Hi everyone. Today we will try to make a small project. So we have already learned these particular topics, chapter 1, 2, 3, and if you haven't followed the videos you can look into those videos again and see what part we have completed. So we will try to create a small project by covering all these particular topics. It will be a project around a program to convert units. So let's get on to it. I will first create a new project, cargo new, let's see, unit converter. Now that is created, I can open my VS Code and open that particular project directory. So we have a main file. Since it will be a unit converter, first we have to make sure that we are using some function for converting a particular unit. So I will get the first function as Fahrenheit. Let me just get the spelling. Fahrenheit. Yep, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit to Celsius, and this will be expecting a particular value which we can consider as F32. So one function is this, another function will be, let's say, miles to kilometer. This will also be expecting the values in F32. So I have two units now, so let's make a function around it. So this will be our main menu. We will specify what we want to do it. Height to Celsius. Celsius and println miles to kilometer. So I've created these two values based on the option that I select. I can use it. Now the question here is, based on what user select, I have to assign it to a particular value. Now how to take a user input? How to take a user input? So we can use something called std input output. So we will import it here. It is built-in libraries, you can directly import them, you don't need to add a crate for it. Created an input output, then let's see, so any input that you get, or you will be getting it as a string. So let's see, iostdin unwrap. So Okay, let choice equals to IO standard input dot read line unwrap, and this might give error, mute string is missing. Okay, so I need a mute string. Yeah, well, that doesn't work right. Let's see. I mean, you don't have to understand the code as it is. Sometimes it is good idea to experiment. So let's create a mute string which will act as a buffer. Input string, and we haven't covered strings till now, but this is how you declare a string. This is something new. This is a new part. Of course, we will delve deeper into it, but this is only one of the functionality of this particular function. Mute input string. Okay. Use size. From the user and put it in read string. Oh, so why even do this way? Choice. I can create the choice as only string new. Or let's see. So I got the input in the input string, and let choice equals to input string dot parse how to parse a string from integer. Integer or F32 in Rust. A typical language. Parse.unwrap. So this should give me a I can use this one. So dot parse F32 unwrap. So I got the values F32, but this will be a choice, so I don't need F32 here. So yeah, I32 should work. Now since I got the choice, now I have to iterate through it. Not iterate, but use it as a condition. If choice equal to 1, I will run this particular function, which will be Fahrenheit to Celsius. And for now, let n equal to some value, let's say 32.00 to Celsius, and this should be printing something else, or we can just print here also, it doesn't really matter. And if the choice is else if choice equal to 2, let n equals to miles, 1 mile. Yeah, so let's give it 1 mile, and we will specify it as 100. to keep it as F32. Wait a minute, how did we do it? So this is F32 and miles to kilometer, and I can pass n here. And lastly, the clause will be, if nothing matches, just print invalid choice. So this looks good. Now to write the logic for this. So Fahrenheit to Celsius. Fahrenheit to Celsius. So the formula is C equals to F minus 32 into 5 by 9. So I can simply do, if I'm returning the value of 32, I got the value in n minus 32, n minus 32, put inside the bracket into 5 by 9. So this should work. I can do here, and to make it this should work. This is for Fahrenheit to Celsius, from miles to kilometer. To kilometer. So 1 into 1.6. So I can do here. Now this value I can return F32, and that should solve the issue. Yep. So yeah, this should run. Let's see if it does. I mean, if it runs on first try, I will also be amazed. Cargo run Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's see. Great, it errored out. Result unwrap on error value percent. Okay, we got an error. Great. str pass unwrap. Result unwrap all result. Okay. Accept integer. It's an input in Rust. String new read line failed to. So instead of doing unwrap here, I could simply do expect failed to read the line. Okay, and this should give me something else. Trim white spaces input.trim.parse put trim dot parse. Trim will include this. And it should give me, instead of unwrap, it will be accept. Okay, fill to pass the choice. Okay, let's again try it. Great, at least did not give error this time. Now it should have printed but we haven't added the print clause here, so let's add this one also. Println Great. So 32 Fahrenheit is 0 only, and cargo run again, it is 1.6, so it's working. Now the issue is that we want it to work again and again, so this particular menu should come in a loop. So if I use first utility, it is fine, it gave the output, then it will again open that menu. So how to do that? This would be a simple way to do it. I can simply add it inside a loop. And this will of course create an infinite loop, but that is our expectations. And we will add one more thing. To exit. So I will again add one more clause here. Else if choice equal to 3, break out of this loop, and we can print also with this. Thanks for using. So let's try -2 kilometer. I can get the option of Fahrenheit to Celsius, and lastly to exit. Great, so it is working, there's no issue with that. Now it might be a little bland to use this thing, so we are statically typing it. Instead of that we should be getting an input. See, we already have this buffer. We can do input string clear, and same thing, I can again read it. Input string, trim the white spaces, parse it. I can parse it as F32, set fail to parse the choice. Though it's a redundant code, but I think for now it is fine. We are not looking to optimize the things. And let's do one more thing, cargo FNT to format the, so you can see now it is formatted way. So where were we? stdin. So let's see if it works now. Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's give it Fahrenheit to Celsius. .32, so let's give it 100 Fahrenheit. So that would give me 37.77. I got 0. Great. Now why would that be the case? Not sure, but let's say if miles to kilometer works. This is working, at least miles to kilometer is working. So my Fahrenheit utility is broken. So let's try to fix it. First, to make it more user friendly, it would be ideal that I print enter the Fahrenheit. Temperature in Fahrenheit. And similarly enter the distance in miles. Now before we pass the value n, ideally I will try to print it. Just to understand what the error is. Fahrenheit. It did not print. Why could that be the case? For miles to kilometer. Okay, something is breaking. And it is working. Not like it's not working, but something is breaking. I pass the value. I mean, miles to kilometer is working, but the flow of the program is weird. So it should only ask when it is required. So this should have printed before. Why it is not printing? Okay, now it is printing enter temperature in Fahrenheit. Maybe it has something to do with print function. So I'm passing the value as 100 and it is parsing the value as 1000. Great. A bit weird here. For miles to kilometer, I'm passing the value of 3. It is. Let me also add this one just to confirm. So it is taking us println okay 3. So at least the value is getting passed correctly. In this case also it is getting passed correctly. So that is not the issue here. Now to further troubleshoot, I need to troubleshoot here only. So let's divide it, break it into pieces. Println okay, let's again try it. Fahrenheit to Celsius, temperature in 100 Fahrenheit. Okay, this value is correct. 5 by 9, that is not correct. Okay, so the issue was this. Okay, so 0.5 37.778. So now it is correct. Celsius is finally to give some to make it more interactive, not interactive but informative. The distance in kilometer. So miles to kilometer, 100 miles will result to 160.9344. Correct. Fahrenheit to Celsius, let's see, 92 Fahrenheit. $33, yeah, so this is fine. So great, we have created a program for it. I can add further utilities if I want to add. Let's see what else we can add. Inches to centimeter. So same formula it will follow. Same thing, structure it will follow. This is something for you to add. I won't be doing it. But you can just simply add one more else if clause, and that should do it. And so we covered all those things that we learned in previous chapters. We also had to debug one of the issues. It was a silly mistake, but still, this is something that you will face quite a bit when you're programming. And yeah, we have a working program with a practical implementation also. It's a simple unit converter. You can add as much units that you want to be converting here, and using a simple user input, we can simply get the user input and process it to get the answer or invoke the particular functions. So I hope you were able to learn something from it. You can go ahead and make your own unique program, or you can follow the same thing and add multiple units for converting. Anyway, I hope I was able to explain if you had any doubts or anything during the implementation of the program. So thank you. Bye.